friends and enemies to Megacon 2019. I'm your host, Sparrow Song Entertainment, here with Nerd Caliber. So we've got some interesting news on social media this week, and so we do have one question for these cosplayers here today. What do you think about Robert Pattinson being cast as the new Batman? Let's find out. So Wonder Woman, what do you think about Robert Pattinson being cast as the new Batman?
I'm going to give him a chance because Heath Ledger was casted for the Joker. He got a lot of hate mail, a lot of negativity, and he did an amazing job. So I'm going to give him a chance on this one.
That's a really good point. He was perhaps the most iconic Joker at this point. So
I agree, and hopefully he can get the Batman, keep maybe the Christopher Nolan thing going, but hopefully we can see a good Batman out of this one.
So Cap, what do you think about Robert Pattinson being cast as the new Batman?
It's a pretty brave choice in my opinion, but I don't know. I think there's going to be too much fan backlash to be able to make any headway on it. I think there's probably a lot of better options they could have gone with. Definitely brave coming from the execs, so we'll have to see where that goes.
Yeah, it's certainly a risk. I know already we're hearing a lot of mixed reviews on it, so.
I've already been sent many links for petitions to sign against it, so.
So Tony, what do you think about Robert Pattinson being cast as the new Batman?
Well, the only thing I really didn't like Robert Pattinson in was Twilight, and to be honest, it was Twilight. So I think he could pull it off. He's got the really dark, brooding look really well down, and that's the key to being Bruce Wayne. So I think I'll give him a shot.
I think that's a good way to look at it because they could do so much with it, and that's basically the only thing we know at this point. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
The only thing that I don't want is for what the Kristen Bell fans are saying is to have her be Catwoman. I do not want another sequel of Twilight and Batman.
Perhaps not the best form. So what do you folks think about Robert Pattinson being cast as the new Batman?
Ooh, all right, you go.
Okay, I actually love him a lot as an actor. I think that he does really good in serious roles. Most people only know him from Twilight, but I think he's a really good actor, so I'm excited. Yeah.
He was, I'll give him this. He was good in Remember Me, but I don't want Batman to sparkle. That's my only thing, so.
I don't think anyone wants Batman to sparkle. Babs, what do you think about Robert Pattinson being cast as the new Batman?
I'm excited to see some sparkles in that cape.
So we've got a sparkle lover here then.
Oh, yeah.
So, Riddler, what do you think about Robert Pattinson being cast as the new Batman?
Now, we've always, when Heath Ledger was announced as the Joker, everyone said, that's a terrible decision, and look how that turned out. So, I'm always open. I'm always going to say, wait till pre-screenings, wait till release.
So, Wonder Woman, what do you think about Robert Pattinson being cast as Batman?
Disappointed. I know. I like him a lot, but I don't think he has the stern doom, that you kind of get with Batman to really play him that well.
And I think something to note is he is so different compared to all the other Batmans that we've seen.
That's true. Okay, so maybe we kind of need that. I can see that. But I mean, come on. I need my big and stern and intimidating Batman, and I just don't see that with him.
Maybe they'll cast Brie Larson as Batman. That's all we need.
That's more intimidating to me than Robert Pattinson.
So, Captain Marvel, what do you think about Robert Pattinson being cast as the new Batman?
Well, Captain Marvel, I actually just found out that this was happening, and I think it's really interesting. I know he has a reputation for being in Twilight, which he didn't necessarily do a bad job of, but some people really loved the series and some people really hated it. So I'm not really sure how he's going to do at it, but I think it's a great opportunity to get out of typecasting, and we might see something really cool from him.
I think it's a risk that needs to be taken because there's so much that can be done with Batman.
Exactly, and if you don't get a chance to see an actor in a role, you're never going to know how they're going to do it.
Spider-Man, what do you think about Robert Pattinson being cast as the new Batman?
I'm honestly very okay with it. I think that the people are kind of giving him a hard time just because of his some movies that he did when he was younger, that he got caught up in. It was kind of a cultural phenomenon and he couldn't get out of it. But if you see the films that he's done since doing Twilight series, I personally never saw them, but the Twilights themselves, but the films that he does, like Cosmopolis, he did Perks of Being a Wallflower, and there were two other that are not coming to mind. But they were really, really well done. They were very gritty drama pieces, and they were exemplary. They were really great. And so I think we shouldn't write him off quite yet, because as I was thinking people were saying the same thing about Mr. Mom, Michael Keaton, and he became the Batman of a generation. You know, everybody knows that Batman. That was the Batman for the longest time, and he was a goofball, a total goofball. The same thing with Heath Ledger being the Joker. You know, and he was Lords of Dogtown, and then A Knight's Tale, or 10 Things I Hate About You. But then he became the most iconic, unreplaceable Joker of all time. So, like, just don't write him off yet. Give him a chance.
Penguin, what do you think about Robert Pattinson being cast as the new Batman?
Batman. Oh, no. Don't need no more Batman. Don't need no more Batman. But you know, without Batman, there'd be no Penguin. So we don't need any more Batman, no. Just more Penguin.
Agent Hill, what do you think about Robert Pattinson being cast as the new Batman?
No. I was really close to Kiefer this morning. Vampires should not glow, and Batman should not be him. No.
So, what do you folks think about Robert Pattinson being cast as the new Batman?
I'm going to go first. He's going to be great. He's a really great actor, and maybe he's not like the guy that you were like, that's who I want to be Batman, but nobody said that about Heath Ledger as the Joker, and then everyone was like, he's incredible, I love him. He's a really, and people are still like mad about a movie for teens that came out a decade ago. That's like a buck wild place to be in. Like the guy from Twilight, you're like, that's like a million years ago. He's done a lot of incredible stuff since. I say give him a chance. I'm team Robert Pattinson. Put that on the record.
Ditto.
Did I take a
Retweet.
What?
I agree. He's perfect. He's broody. He's handsome. Let him be Batman.
Yeah.
You know what?
He's got great skin.
He can
People at
afford
this
it.
convention could take a couple notes. Moisturize.
Exfoliate.
Yes.
You heard it here
please.
first.